Y'all get your big red noses out. It's time to clown. As a marketing Swiftie, I am here to tell you right here, right now, all of this, the life of the showgirl, is pointing to a musical. In my opinion, this explains everything that's going on with her brand publicly, as well as what's going on behind the scenes. Oh, by the way, my name is Rachel. I have 10 plus years experience in the industry, 2 degrees in marketing, and I love talking about all things marketing and branding, and especially Taylor Swift. So in my opinion and my theory, Taylor has brought in a ton of musical theater executives. And you know they're going to be the best of the best. And I'm hoping for Lin-Manuel personally. But here's the thing, in show business, you are going to play by their rules. Especially when you have that kind of star-studded team supporting you behind the scenes. And we all know this industry does not take risks. They don't. So I'm assuming that Taylor, who has always had full control over everything, has had to bend a little bit, especially with this marketing launch. And I think that's why things have been feeling a bit off with this launch. I don't think it's because she's lost touch in any way, shape, or form, but I genuinely believe that she has outside forces that are kind of like making her conform to their way of doing it. And let's be honest, she's not just making music here, she's literally stepping into an entirely new crowd of listeners. People who genuinely might not know her songs or might not follow pop culture like the rest of us do. I mean, this is basically a full transition into high-class entertainment, if you will. Like, people are going to sit on velvet leather seats. People are dressing up, you know. For some, this might be their only night of, like, I'm using air quotes, but living the fancy life, you know? Living the highbrow life. And this shift, y'all, has never been done before, in my opinion. Taylor is literally like, all right, let's take all the Swifties and put them in a theater to watch a musical. She's literally like, let's bridge pop culture and musical theater. Because it's kind of been happening. Musicals have been coming mainstream, but not to this level. And honestly, in my opinion, I think the Eras Tour was kind of like her test of this concept. She really showed that she could blend music with theater, with storytelling, and all the things that you need to have a hit on Broadway. She's going for an EGOT. Oh my god. She's going for an EGOT. And we all know Taylor. She was probably doing Eras Tour at night, and during the day she was probably holding open auditions for the musical. She was probably writing opening numbers, doing dance choreography, writing love scenes. Like, you know, she was all about it. So when I look at this launch and I see less than Taylor things happening, I'm like, this is explaining a few things. For example, the endless variations. Also, this is giving Velma Kelly. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. They both reached for the gun right here. And I mean, come on, this one, she's literally in a theater. She's literally climbing over theater seats. Like, come on. It's giving Moulin Rouge. This one's just giving booty. I don't know what this one's giving. Again, the choral number behind it, high dance themes, like all of this. Theater, hello. And then we have it in a different color. Again, theater, showgirl, love it. But again, another color. I'm so tired. I'm sorry, I'm so tired of it. It's too much. It's too much of a money grab, if you ask me. That's my popular opinion. Unpopular, I guess. But also, like, the mistakes that have been happening on our social media, like the peak versus peak, you know, like a mountain peak versus a sneak peek. Like, I feel like some of those mistakes that have been happening and just the overall vibe are just literally because there are too many voices going on behind the scenes. There are too many chefs in the kitchen. And I do believe this tension and these mistakes are because the musical theater people are saying, like, we have to do it this way. Taylor Nation and Taylor are saying, no, we need to do it this way. And we're just seeing a lot of miscommunication happening because it's not a smooth launch. It's not a marketing execution that she normally has with her other albums. And I think meanwhile, the real Taylor is trying to uphold her public image. I think that's why we had the engagement news. I think that's why she went on the podcast. I think that's why she's been more public than she has been recently, is because her business, you know, her Taylor Swift, the brand, is having such a struggle. And with these launches that Taylor Swift, the person, is realizing, oh crap, I have to do all of these extra things, like, you know, share the fact that I'm getting engaged, and like she's having to do double work, in my opinion. I think this is her way of saying to her fans, like, hey, we've still got work going on. We've still got stuff going on behind the scenes, but let's balance this a little bit, you know? She knows. But I think this is why it's so important to realize that we're seeing the transition from Taylor Swift, the person, into Taylor Swift, the brand. And you might say, like, Rachel, she's been doing this for a while, but, like, not to this extent. Not to this extent, if you ask me. But here's why I think it's important to remember that she has officially switched from a personal brand to a business brand, a brand, if you will. This isn't just artistry anymore. It's strategy. Taylor is expanding her brand into musical theater, into high-class entertainment. And I don't want to say high-class in the sense of, like, it seems inaccessible, but that's just the best way I'm able to describe it right now. So, but she's basically like a company expanding into a new market, and that's huge. And this launch specifically feels rough because she's playing by new rules. She's in a new industry that she's not really been exposed to in the past. Yeah, she loves musicals. She auditioned for them. She was in Cats. You know, she auditioned for Ebony and Les Mis. But, like, writing your own and producing it, I'm assuming by her or on her own or with a team, is vastly different from anything she's done before. But yeah, she's got to play by their rules. You also have to keep in mind she's introducing herself to a completely new audience. I mean, theater critics, Tony people, like, so many new people. And I'm sure she's probably heard, you know, pop stars don't cross over into musical theater, let alone write their own and produce their own and execute it and sell tickets and all of the things. And I truly believe this isn't about money. I really don't think it is because, like, I mean, after the Eras tour, she's set. I truly believe that this is about her legacy. It's about her being able to cross over into the prestigious world of theater, of live theater. And I truly believe that when she does it, if she does it, you know, I could be completely wrong, but if this is a musical and it is successful, she's going to cement herself not only as a pop star, but literally as a cultural icon, and is going to win people over by her transition. She's literally like, hold my beer while I make every single person a Swiftie. So I think for me as a marketer, this is what fascinates me the most, is that this isn't just a creative project anymore. This is one of the boldest strategies and market entries that we have ever seen, in my opinion. And we're seeing it in real time. And even if I'm wrong and it's not a musical, I'm going to stand by this. Taylor is showing us that growth means stepping into new places, even when it is uncomfortable. Yes, reinvention can be messy, but it can also be something that is so beyond incredible that it's worth all the heartache, all the little mistakes, all the multiple album variations, because the end result is going to be that good. And yeah, as a musical theater lover myself, I am hoping and praying that it is going to be a musical, especially because she already booked the baseball stadium in Kansas City to do a musical theater production. I mean, why are we not talking about that more? Like, she already has said it. All the Easter eggs are pointing to this. Like, please, Taylor Swift, do this for me. And don't get me started on those wax figures, y'all. Those placements can't be random. And I haven't figured out why. I haven't figured it out yet. But I know a lot of them are musical theater locations, but then some of them are throwing me off a little bit. So I gotta think more on that. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Would you love to see a musical from Taylor? I personally would. I think it would be amazing. But can we all agree? Too many albums. Too many variations. I don't know. I just feel like every time I got a text from Taylor Nation, it was to buy something new. And I don't know. It just seems really sales pushy and I don't like it. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Have I officially become Taylor Swift marketing content now? Is that like what I'm doing? Marketing fails and Taylor Swift content. So follow and like for more.